Welcome to everyone. History 10th lesson Social Transformation in Tamil Nadu. Previous class we have discussed about rise of the Dravidian movement, South Indian Liberal Federation, which means Justice Party, Self-Respect Movement, Suyamariyade Iyakam. This class we are going to discuss about Periyar feminist. Periyar was critical of patriarchy, which means dominance of men. He against child marriage and Devadasi system. So child marriage, now the woman marriage age is 18 and for men 21. But very soon going to increase for women marriage age is 21. Okay, at present is 18 but very soon going to increase 21. That process is going on. So child marriage. So before if you see in that year, just 14 years old, 10 years old, many women they married. So that Periyar against that child marriage and Devadasi system. So Devadasi system means very young women serve to the god. They won't be married. So very earlier they treat well, but later they not treat properly for the Devadasi women. So that Periyar against this Devadasi system. Right from 1929, when the Self-Respect Conference began, Periyar gave the voice to development of the women. So Periyar had been emphasizing women right to divorce and property. So women also get the rights for divorce and parent property. So Periyar objected to terms like giving the marriage. So the Periyar against that word of giving the marriage. Instead of the Periyar instructed the word as Valkai Tunai, companion. The woman married to men. So they called as giving in marriage. Instead of they should call only the Valkai Tunai, companion. Okay. So this word taken from Tirukural. So Periyar most work on the subject why the woman is enslaved. In that time only the patriarchy is men. The women treated very badly. So that women Periyar the book is why the woman is enslaved. So Periyar believed that property rights for women would provide them a social status and protection. So that Periyar struggle for women property. For women also get the property from parent. So 1989 Government of Tamil Nadu Hindu Succession Act 1989 women also have the rights to get their grandparent property. Okay. So 1989 Hindu Succession Act women also have the rights to get your grandparent property. Okay. If your parents' property, parents can wish, they can give you for you or any other person also. But if they have grandparent property, you have the rights to get your property. Okay. In the Succession Act 1989. Next one is Rettai Srinivasan. So Rettai Srinivasan born 1859 at Kanjipuram. He fought for social justice. Okay, fought for social justice, equality and civil rights of the marginalized in the caste order. So marginalized means all below the category, below caste they call as marginalized. So that is struggle. Rettai Srinivasan struggle for marginalized person. So Rettai Srinivasan who had experienced the horror of untouchability. So as we discussed already, if you see your textbook, they given the untouchability. Okay. The first page they given the untouchability is the crime. Okay. So worked for the progress of the deprived castes. So he founded the Adi Dravida Mahajana Sabha in 1893. So Rettai Srinivasan founded the Adi Dravida Mahajana Sabha in 1893 and he served as president of the scheduled castes. Okay, so marginalized person. So he served as president of the scheduled castes Federation and the Madras Provincial Depressed Classes Federation. So a close associate of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So who is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? He is the father of Constitution. So that Rettamale Srinivasan closely worked with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He also scheduled caste. So he participated in the first and second roundtable conference held in London 1930 and 1931. Okay. So this we discussed in 8th lesson. And what is the opinion of the marginalized section? In that roundtable conference, they argued marginalized section because that people, they cannot enter inside the temple. They should not go to the society. So this all faced in that period. So he was a signatory of the Pune Pact of 1932. Okay, so Rettamale Srinivasan signed the Pune Act of 1932. Next one is MC Raja. So Mailai Chinnathambi Raja, the popularly called as Mailai Chinnathambi Raja, popularly known as MC Raja, was one of the prominent leader, important leader for depressed class. So Raja started his career of teacher and wrote different textbooks for schools and colleges. He was founding the member of South Indian Liberal Federation. He is one of the member of South Indian Liberal Federation, Justice Party. He became the first elected Legislative Council member 1920 to 1926 from the depressed classes in Madras province. Okay, so they elected the MC Raja is the depressed classes in Madras province. And he functioned as the deputy leader of Justice Party in the Madras Legislative Council. So what is Legislative Council? If you see at present, 7 states as Legislative Council. MLA, Member of Legislative Assembly. MLC, Member of Legislative Council. Our Tamil Nadu only the lower house, which means Member of Legislative Assembly. But if you see the Telangana and 7 states as Member of Legislative Council and Member of Legislative Assembly, it is called as lower house and upper house. This lower house, MLA elected by people and MLC is elected by indirect election. So in that Member of Legislative Council, MC Raja is one of the member. And in 1928, he founded the All India Depressed Classes Association and was its long-time leader. He is a long-time leader. Next, labor movements in Tamil Nadu. Labor. So, labor, they faced many problems in that period. So that they started the labor movements in Tamil Nadu. The First World War, 1914 to 1918, provided the industrial growth because we need more World War equipments. So that they started the many industrial in India. So this industries catering to wartime needs had employed the huge number of workers. So in that time they started the many industries and they gave them many employment to the people. But after completed the First World War, the industry was reduced and the giving their equipment also reduced because the World War is completed, so they don't want any equipments. Okay, so that many employees, they lost their job. So in 1918, India's first organized trade union, the Madras Labour Union, was formed. Okay. So the first All India Trade Union Conference was held on 31st October 1920 in Bombay. It was held in Bombay. The delegates discussed several resolutions. So like the demand for protection from police interference. Okay, the labor demand for protection from police interference. Then maintenance of unemployment register. At present, World Employment Office. After completing your studies, you are registering the Employment Office. So it was started previous itself. Okay. So the maintain the unemployment register, restriction on exporting foodstuffs, compensation of injuries while you worked if you got injuries, the company will be treat. And health insurance. So this all discussed in first All India Trade Union Conference 1920. M. Singaravelar in 1860 to 1946 was a pioneer. He is the important labor movement activities in Madras Presidency. Singaravelar was born in Madras and graduated from the Presidency College. Okay, so he was born in Madras. He is the graduated. He got the studies. He completed the studies in Presidency College. So, University of Madras, he advocated Buddhism in his early life. In that time, he advocated the Buddhism in this early life. He learned, many languages like Tamil, English, Urdu, Hindi, German, French, and Russian. At present, we have struggled to learn 2 or 3 languages, but he learned many languages. He organized the first ever celebration of May Day in 1923. At present, we are celebrating May 1, Labor Day. So it was started in 1923. He was one of the early leader of the Communist Party of India. And he published the Tamil newspaper. It's called as Tolilalan. It is one more question. He started the Tamil newspaper is called as Tolilalan, worker, to address the problem of working class. So he started the newspaper as Tolilalan. He was closely associated with Periyar self-respect movement. Next, language agitation before Indian independence. So our language is Tamil. So in that time, they tried to implement the Hindi in Tamil Nadu so that our reformer against the other language in India, which means Tamil Nadu. Okay, other language in Tamil Nadu. Because if you learn other language, we forget our cultural and our language. So that social reformer against other language in Tamil Nadu. So language agitation before Indian independence. In general, the language is a dominant symbol of identity, our cultural and society. Okay. So language is one of the identity for our culture and society. So that Tamil, the prominent in the latter of the 19th and early 20th century. They given the importance of the Tamil prominence in 19th and 20th century. Maramalai Adigal, pure Tamil movement, the language reform of Periyar. So Maramalai Adigal started the pure Tamil movement and language reform of Periyar, and Tamilisai movement helped to develop the Tamil language in Tamil Nadu. Okay, Maramalai Adigal started the pure Tamil movement and Periyar started the language reforms, and Tamilisai movement given the importance of Tamil language in Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Renaissance to let the Dravidian consciousness made a great intervention in development of modern Tamil language. Okay, so Dravidian, so Tamil Nadu is Dravidian people. So Abraham Pandidar systematically studied the history of Tamil music. Abraham Pandidar learned Tamil music and he started reconstruct the ancient Tamil musical system. Abraham Pandidar learned Tamil and he started the Tamil music system, Tamil musical system. He founded the Tanjavur Sangeeta Vidya Mahajana Sangam. He founded Tanjore Sangeeta Vidya Mahajana Sangam in 1912 and it is called as Tamilisai movement. Tamilisai movement or Tamil music movement. The movement gave importance to the singing of Tamil composition in music concerts. So in this Tamilisai movement, they given the importance of Tamil people singing the song in this movement. So the first Tamilisai conference was held in 1943 to discuss the status of Tamil music. The implementation of Hindi. So later they implemented the Hindi as the compulsory language in Tamil Nadu. So as we discussed already in the Congress Committee won in 1937 election legislative assembly. So the Rajaji implemented Hindi language in all the schools. So Periyar started the movement in Salem. Okay. So after they resigned the Tamil Congress committee, so that the British government abolished the compulsory language in Hindi. So this all we discussed before. So the implementation of Hindi as a compulsory language in Tamil Nadu at various point of time was seen as a threat to Tamil language and culture. After he implemented the Hindi, they thought we lost our Tamil language and culture. So that period declared the introduction of Hindi over Tamil would deny the Dravidian of their job opportunities. If we implement the Hindi in Tamil Nadu, we lost our Tamil language and our job. So that Marimalai Adigal pointed out that the Tamil language would suffer with the introduction of Hindi. After introduction of the Hindi, our Tamil language was suffered as said by Marimalai Adigal. So that our social reformer not ready to accept the Hindi in Tamil Nadu. This problem is going on at present also. Well, new educational policy, the government, the central government said third language is compulsory for all the state. But this third language, they not instructed the Hindi. We can choose any language. But central government instructed the Sanskrit. You can take Sanskrit also like that. So this problem is started at present also. It was not only the before the independence. After independence also, this Hindi language is going on one of the big issue. Next, women's movement. So mostly in that period, one of the dominance of man, so that the given the importance of the woman, so slowly women also emerged all the places. So that they started the many women's movement in India as well Tamil Nadu. So there were several streams of women movement and organization established in 20th century. They started many women's movement in 20th century. The women empowerment in Madras presidency, they started. So Women India Association, All India Women Conference are the important among in Tamil Nadu. They started for women. Women India Association started in 1917 by Annie Besant. Okay, it was started in 1917 by Annie Besant. Then All India Women Conference in 1927. It was started in 1927 to address the problem for women education and recommended that the government implement various policies for the upliftment of women. So that they started the All India Women Conference in 1927. The women liberation, the freedom for women, so it's called as liberation. So the women's liberation was one of the important objectives of self-respect movement. It was started Periyar in 1925. So worked for gender equality. So in this self-respect movement worked for gender equality. If you see at present, women, they have participated all the jobs. They are in pilot, they are in engineer, they are in teacher. The president, Pratibha Patil, is the first woman president in India. So that much we given the equal importance at present modern country. Okay, modern India. But in that period, they not treated women equal for men. So that they started the self-respect movement. They should treat the women equal for men. So that the women provided the space for women to share their ideas. So that they instructed the get the education for women. So many women person like Muthalakshmi Ammayar, Nagammai, Kannamma, Nilavadi, so like that Moovalur Ramamurdam, see the picture, she is the Moovalur Ramamurdam. So that many person struggle for women freedom. So there was the custom of dedicating young girls to the Hindu temple is called as Devadasi. As we discussed before, Devadasi system. So very young, they dedicated to the temple. Okay, dedicated to the temple. They want to serve the temple and they should not marriage. Okay, they should serve for temple and they can learn Bharatanatyam and Tamil culture. So that system is called as Devadasi system. So this system, the serve to the god, got corrupted. Later it got corrupted, leading the extensive immorality and abuse of the women. So that Dr. Muthulakshmi Ammayar, she is the first woman doctor in India. Okay. So who's the first woman doctor? Dr. Muthulakshmi Ammayar. She is the first woman doctor in India. And he campaigned pressing for the legislation to abolish the Devadasi system. He struggled a lot for abolish the Devadasi system. What is Devadasi system? Which means serve to the god. Okay, women serve to the god. So Muthulakshmi Ammayar against he started the campaign for abolish the Devadasi system. The Madras Devadasis Act. Okay, the Madras Devadasis Act 1947 was enacted by the government. So later this Devadasi system was abolished in 1947. But this struggle started in 1930. So in 1930, Muthulakshmi Ammayar, she is the first woman doctor in India, introduced in the Madras Legislative Council Bill. So as we discussed, member of Madras Legislative Council, which means MLC, member of Legislative Council. Bill means before an act pass, they should bring the bill. For example, new educational policy. They should pass the bill. After only they can bring the act. Okay. So this abolition of the Devadasi system, they brought the act in 1947. But this bill was passed in 1930. Okay. So this Devadasi bill was passed in 1930. And this act was passed in within 1947. After 15 years, they bring the act, this Devadasi Act. Okay, Devadasi Act. But this bill was passed in 1930. So that any person, they are involved and motivation of this Devadasi system, they given the punishment of 5 years. Okay, given the punishment of 5 years. That means they given the importance of women freedom in before independence India. Okay. So history, all 10 lessons is completed. So this lesson we have discussed about very simple. So 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th lesson, all the one same related lesson. One lesson if you completed, just the continuity they given in all 4 lessons. So that read well. Okay. So just understand the concept. So well, social is society, just story, just you are learning the story, our past, present. Okay. So that give 100% concentration, then you can read. Okay. So next, learn and write the following. So before that, you can see the recap. So what we learned in this lesson. So Rettai Malai Srinivasan was born in 1859 at Kanjipuram. Next, the First World War, 1914 to 1918. In that time, they started the many industries in India and given the employment opportunities to our people. Next, Women India Association and All India Women Conference was started in Tamil Nadu to welfare of the women. Okay. Next, learn and write the following. Just learn and write your answer. Don't copy from the textbook. First you learn and write the answer. So your question is, explain labor movements in Tamil Nadu. Next question is, write in detail about language agitation before Indian independence. Next question, discuss women's movement. Okay. So history 10 lesson is completed. So this all continuity for last 4 lessons. What we discussed in this lesson, this all we have discussed in previous lesson and 8th lesson. Okay. Just they given again in this lesson. So just for this is the continuity. So that, well, social is the society. So you are learning our past and present. So that understand the concept, then you can read. Don't want to memorize, just you understand the concept, then you can read. Okay. So history all 10 lesson is completed. So next class, we can discuss geography. Okay, so as well you can read the map also. After school reopen, we can we can discuss the map. At present, just you can see the map. Okay, learn the places, very important for the map. So next class we can discuss about, we can see the geography. Okay, so thank you. Read well. Have a nice day.